Welcome back to another Amundson family podcast. Coming all the way from Park Valley, Saskatchewan, Canada. Thanks to the Zoom technology, I'm able to do this miles away from Dad, so that's pretty
funny,
special.
They say that when you work from home, it's remote, right? And you're doing this Zoom remotely, and you're in a remote area too.
I am very remote. What are we, like an hour from a small hospital?
Yep. From a small
Hour drive
hospital.
to hour and a half to a Walmart.
Yeah.
Hour and a half to a McDonald's.
Yep. It's a big change living there to where we are now.
Oh man, it's huge.
You have to really plan your trips.
Yeah, no more like 2 a.m. gas station runs for a snack. Like, no,
What?
you plan. What?
You do that?
I mean, what?
Well, now
Wait a minute.
the truth is coming out.
Wait a minute. Well, what I mean is now, whenever you need something from town, you wait till you need a bunch of stuff, and then you make a trip.
Right.
You don't just jump in your car and.
Or the other thing that you do is sometimes you'll phone a neighbor and either see if they have it or if they're going to town.
Yep. Or if somebody is heading to the city, then they're like, hey, does anybody need stuff from the city?
Or do you know what I've seen a lot from where you are, Park Valley, is they'll put it on Facebook. Hey, is anyone in Saskatoon today? Could they pick up this part for me?
Yep.
Or pick up this for me? Or I'm in Saskatoon today. Does anybody need anything?
Yep. Yeah, because Saskatoon is a good 2.5 hour drive. So, I mean, it's a big deal.
So just in case you're wondering, folks, where she is, that's where I grew up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, wait a second. Turn back to that water pump. That's the pump that we used to use to get water for the cattle.
Really?
Yeah.
Now the cats drink out of it.
Yeah. We used to pump that up and down until the water came out.
Oh, the pump.
Yeah, the pump. This, I guess you can't see me pointing, but.
Oh, okay. And then we got the water buckets right there.
Yeah, that's from dripping off the roof, isn't it?
Yep. Collecting rainwater.
It's nice and green there in Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh man, is it ever? Got enough rain.
So I just got to mention, you'll see on the deck where Sonora is, she's sitting on some what look like car seats. Well, these are from an old van that my dad thought, well, he would retrofit into kind of a camping van. So he tore out the seats and put them on the deck. And I could tell you, nothing more comfortable to get in from work and go sit on those chairs with a nice cup of cold water.
They are really nice. The cats have taken it over. We have 2 cats right now that we got from our cousins, the other Amundsons, and their names are Edith and Bronson.
Edith and what?
Edith and Bronson. Can I turn this around?
Like Richard Bronson or Branson? So how many dogs are there on the farm now?
2. There we go.
2 dogs, 2 cats. Do they get along?
Yes, they do. They sleep together.
Oh, they're pretty playful.
They are very playful.
Oh, they're still kittens, aren't they?
Yes.
Nice.
How you doing? That's Bronson.
So on the home place where I grew up, my nephew, my sister's son, lives there. And he's taking really good care of the place. And in fact, he has a machine shop in town. And I don't know if you can see behind me, he made this sign for us that I've put on our building. It says Amundson. So that's kind of a sideline for him. He has a machine that will do that. But he fixes things for the local farmers and manufactures and welds. And it's Wensley Manufacturing. So if you're ever in the Debden, Canwood area, Big River area, and you need anything machined, you go visit him. So you've been in Saskatchewan, well, except for a little break, all summer. I've been telling people that. So
Yeah.
what are some of the highlights of being back home where you grew up too, really?
Well, mostly seeing everybody because, all these people I grew up with, like all my cousins and aunts and uncles and friends, the youth group or young peoples that we had around. It's been nice seeing everybody. And then of course I have all my friends here. So yeah, it's been nice seeing everybody and yeah.
So I have a question. So we're from Canada and we moved and you moved to the United States in 2020. Now
Right.
I'm not going to get political, but a lot has happened since 2020. When you're back in Canada, do you get a lot of questions about the United States and what's going on here? Or is it that people really don't care there?
They don't care.
They have their own little world, right, in Park Valley?
Yeah. One little world in Park Valley, but I find even in the city, people are just like, it's not my country. I don't really care. And the people that I've met anyway are mostly just not into politics.
Oh, okay.
Like, a lot of people I know, especially around here, they don't even watch the news. So
Wow.
yeah, so they just
Wonder
never
they're
watch
so
the news.
happy.
Yeah, honestly, they never know when things are going. Yeah, like when I started watching the news, that's when I started getting worried about the world. But I mean, you just turn off the news, you can't be worried.
That's right. Well, and they always show the negative part on the news, right?
Yeah,
Very
that's
rarely
true.
is there a positive story.
That's true. So yeah, it's fun. Most people around here are not so like, you know, Trump this, Biden that, or whatever. But
Right.
I mean, I don't think anybody's a fan of anybody, but
Yeah.
they just kind of live in their own bubble. So
So they're kind of staying out of it. They don't tease you. They don't uh, ask you too many questions.
no, not really. No.
Because when we're in the States, we actually get questions about being Canadian and what it's like.
Yes, yes. I get a lot of questions about Trudeau when I'm over there.
Well, because they hear lots of bad things about Trudeau.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, well, anyways, we won't get into whether they're right or wrong, but it's interesting that they do hear certain things here in the States. They ask us
Yeah.
about healthcare in Canada.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I do get asked about healthcare, like kind of teased about the healthcare, like, oh yeah, you actually have to pay. Hmm.
yeah. I have
But
found that there are good things and bad things about both ways.
that's what I've been telling everybody. There's good and bad about both. I mean, sure, it's free here, but you don't get access to everything. Like it's free, but I don't think like dental and eye is free. But in the States, as long as you have a good job, like my EMT job, I only had to pay was it $60 a month? That went right from my paycheck.
Coverage.
And so $60 a month and you get everything. So I mean, you weigh the good and the bad.
Do you miss your EMT job? You're off for the summer at least.
I do. I didn't think I would at first, just because I was like, I'm so done with all the adrenaline ups and downs, and then I was looking at pictures and watching a show. Saskatoon Paramedics has an emergency response show.
Little Saskatoon, eh?
Yeah, they're a crazy city. Not a fan of Saskatoon, especially at night.
Really? You like
No.
Calgary, I heard.
Yeah, Calgary's nice. Obviously, I haven't seen it at night, so it could be a
Well,
different story, but
I think any city is going to have its kind of nightlife. But
yeah.
okay, so I was going through Shakota today, and there was a Muskogee EMS there, just kind of going through town.
Okay. They're probably, what road were they on?
Going right down Broadway.
Okay,
Right.
they probably dropped somebody off at the nursing home in Shakota.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, because Shakota EMS will respond to calls there. bring them to our hospital because we're closest, and then we'll take them back.
Oh, they'll make you transfer them.
If we're not busy, yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't know if Dakota EMS would do transfer from Muskogee. Not really sure how they work,
Yeah.
but we like our transfers, so.
So what
We'll
else
pick
have you
them up.
done? You've done some camping while you're there, done
Mhm.
some exploring, hanging
Yeah.
out with friends.
Yep.
I heard
Yeah, I
you.
went to Waskasiu.
What was that?
Oh, I went to Waskasiu one day,
Oh, wow.
and it's like a little resort town.
It's beautiful there. I miss
It's so
Waskasiu.
nice. Yeah.
Now,
And then I just camped. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you
yeah,
off.
well, I was just saying, you visited Waskasiu, but you also visited Banff.
That's right. That's right. Banff was really nice. We did
So
a 3-day.
you actually hit
Yeah.
a couple of the prettier spots, I believe, in all of Canada.
Probably, yeah. Banff is up there,
Yep.
like St. Louis and all that place, but
Yeah, Lake Louise.
Lake Louise, yeah, not St. Louis. So yeah, we did a couple hikes. The first was 11 kilometers, and then a 7-kilometer hike. We did some exploring in the town of Banff, and yeah, it was really nice.
So actually, when I talk to anybody here from the States, one of the places they mention is like the mountains and Lake
Right.
Louise and Banff.
Yeah,
It's pretty standard that, oh, it's
popular.
beautiful there. Well, and I have to explain to them, well, all of Canada is not like that.
No.
That particular spot is, and it's beautiful. You are right.
Yeah, so whenever people say, "Oh, you're from Canada," and then I say, and then they go, "Oh, wow, Canada's beautiful," and I just say, "Yeah,"
Yeah,
but
same.
I don't explain well. Some parts of it are flat.
Some parts of it are flat. But you know what? The place where you are there, I
It's so
love it.
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Like yesterday, I went to the Prince Albert National Park, which is amazing. That we live like a 5-minute drive from a national park, so we drove to the park and parked our car, and we walked up a little trail to a bench that overlooks a hill. And it would have been a beautiful sunset, but it was like smoky. So we kind of just looked at the red sun, and then there's like walking trails, and it was so pretty. And then we have our land up here we call it the pasture, and it's gorgeous too.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
And
The
the
winter
other thing about
cold.
your area there is the weather, especially in the summer, is just top notch.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the hottest it will get the hottest it gets is like 30s, like high 30s, right? Or 40s sometimes.
You know, it might rarely get to 40. I remember a couple times in my lifetime that it's gotten to 40 there.
Really?
It might get to 30 for a little while, but
Well, yeah, and when Oklahoma was having that heat like wave, like wasn't the temperature like it almost felt like 50?
it was high 40s, yeah.
Yeah, and I was telling everybody in like here, it's like, oh yeah, they're high 40s, and everybody was like, what? That's crazy. But I was trying to tell them, I mean, that's typical August.
Yep. Typical August.
Now we have our awful winters here, which aren't fun.
Right.
I think a perfect situation is if you had a house here in the summer and a house like somewhere else down south. So you came here for the summer to be perfect, and then you went south for the winter.
Well, I guess that's what the snowbirds do, right? They go down
I got some
to Arizona
visitors.
for the winter. Who do you have there?
Oh, I got Ruckus.
Ah.
Hey, buddy, want to come sit with me?
So I got to admit something. I have no idea when we started. So I don't know how long we've been podcasting here.
Oh,
But this has been really good to chat with you. We'll have to do this again.
for sure.
We had Anna on last time, and Mum was on the time before. I got to tell you, Mum is popular. We get lots of comments.
Really?
On. So we'll be having her on more. So the one thing that she's been doing, you know, she's off of work right now.
Right.
Nothing's come up yet. So she is trying to make bookings for the band. So you need to come home so you can come on tour with us.
Ooh, tour. Where to?
Well, all over. She's phoning all over. So we don't know yet, but
Really? Okay. That's exciting.
this coming weekend, or in 2 weekends, we're at the Wagner Bluegrass Festival. You know, the Chili and Bluegrass Festival.
Yeah,
Wagner.
I remember that one.
Yeah, you were there.
Okay.
And then we're at Mountain View in October, Mountain View, Arkansas.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, hopefully you're home for that.
And that's in October?
End of October. And at the beginning of
definitely.
October, we're in Ponca City.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll see what else Mom can come up with.
That's exciting. Okay. So yeah, if we do some more shows on the way, then we could make the drive worth it.
That's right. Now, Ruckus, you be nice.
Licking my armpit.
Yeah.
I don't think that bad, do I?
Well, I think we're gonna let you go. But
Okay.
thanks for taking the time to
Yeah.
podcast with me.
Nice.
And we'll see if Abe can get this all together. We have not been putting out 2 a week. I've just been putting out 1 a week.
Okay. Sorry.
Looks like you're busy.
Yeah, and that's only one of them. So 2 a week. Okay.
Well, have fun there, and we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for doing that. We'll have to do it more often.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye everybody.